know time it is. Hey, we own these beats. We got to stay on them. You know what I'm saying? Presenting the facts of what's going on. And I mean, some of these facts is so astounding. I cannot, in my wildest imagination, why this probably should be the most talked about subject on the internet for black people. This is almost unbelievable that people don't talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? The criminal justice system, man, throwing all, I mean, we talking about thousands and thousands of people. And we talking about black people. They not, and this is not a mistake. They not doing this. They always talking about like it's fair that the system, no other race has these type of statistics where motherfuckers is throwing fake charges. Trump, you know, they are actually picking innocent people to throw trumped up charges on, convicting these people, and a lot of these people spending, I mean, talking about decades in jail before being exonerated. Man, the goddamn judge, the goddamn prosecutor, man, listen here. People, this shit said, you know what? These people need to go to fucking jail for shit like this. I'm gonna have to look this up. You know what I'm saying? I got to look this shit up and see if is these people, are there judges, prosecutors, and lawyers going to jail for black people being wrongfully convicted of all these crimes? I'm gonna put this shit in here, man. Look to that. You got all these exonerees. You know what it's saying? No, judges, prosecutors, and defense lawyers almost never go to jail when a black person or anyone else is wrongfully convicted. Despite official misconduct, so I don't want nobody to just say, oh, they just wrongfully picked the motherfucker. It says official misconduct appearing in over half of all overturned cases nationwide. Legal actors are shielded by powerful systemic protections that insulate them from criminal liability. Okay? White supremacy. You see, white supremacy, this is what we're discussing here today. This is white supremacy. When they could do this to you, and they can't, and they will not be held liable because they in control of the system. You see what I'm saying? This is what you call racism. When you got prejudice and power, and you could throw all type of, crimes on the people and, convict them without any facts whatsoever. Man, we got to do away with this shit. Fuck going and trying to work it out. Ain't no working America out. This shit is wicked. Marcus was right. Malcolm was right. Dr. Ben was right. Dr. John Henry Clark was right. Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad was right. Dr. Amos Wilson was right. Dr. Francis Cress Wilson was right. They was right. The leaders and teachers of the Pan-African Black Power community was right, will always be right. You niggas is confused. How in the hell you gonna work through some systemic shit like this all across the goddamn country? Every county, every town. You understand? And they work it their own way in every city, but they working it. So they running their own business, just like a motherfucker running a crack house. They do it for their own economic benefit. So, that's why when you go into these little towns like that, they don't let no cameras in there. They don't let nobody come in there. So they keep the shit hush like a goddamn secret society so they can run this sham fucking. That's why, man, please, niggas got to flee. Niggas got to flee at all costs, man. Systemic barriers to accountability, absolute immunity. Do y'all understand that? They locking up all these people, false charges, got absolute immunity. Under U.S. law, prosecutors and judges enjoy absolute immunity. Wow. From civil lawsuits for actions taken during their official duties in court. Even if a prosecutor intentionally hides evidence that would prove a black defendant's innocence, the victim cannot sue them for financial damages. Ain't that a bitch? So they can knowingly do this, be exposed for doing it, and they have absolute immunity. That's white supremacy. That's white supremacy. That's why the judge did what he did and he skipped time. Motherfucking Judge Roach skipped time. They call it the good faith shield. To face criminal charges like perjury or tampering with evidence, a prosecutor or judge must be proven to have committed a deliberate criminal act with intent. Tunnel vision, negligence, racial bias, or aggressive tactical errors are legally treated as mistakes, not crimes. You hear that? Did you hear that? Wait a minute. Did y'all hear that? It's called the good faith shield. To face criminal charge like perjury or tampering with evidence, a prosecutor or judge must be proved to have committed a deliberate criminal act, tunneling, negligence, racial bias, or aggressive tactical errors are legally treated as mistakes, not crimes. A legal professional can only go to jail if they break independent laws, such as accepting bribes or committing perjury under oath. These motherfuckers can do whatever the fuck they want. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They getting paid. They getting niggas off the street. They throwing it, and it's a lot of motherfuckers that need to go to jail, and they should go to jail. But this ain't what that's about. Cause you wouldn't have to have so many exonerees. That means you motherfuckers is throwing people in jail that are innocent. This is crazy. Legal oversight boards rarely discipline unethical prosecutors or judges. According to the Center for Prosecutor Integrity, out of thousands of documented cases of prosecutor misconduct over the decades, fewer than 2% resulted in public sanction or disbarment. Out of all the shit, that only 2% down through the decades have ever been disbarred. So when people talk about being disbarred, man, that's damn near impossible. That's damn near impossible to because that's the good old boy club. That's just like, see, the thing is that the command is coming from the top down. You see, the powers to be. The police is the army of the powers to be. They're not about to start locking up their army for doing what they was told to do. Okay? And that go for the prosecutors, because this is the new slavery. They're not about to start prosecuting motherfucking judges and lawyers and motherfucking, and now some police, if the motherfucking, some of them may get it. But the majority of them don't get it, but they are more likely to get it than a prosecutor or a judge or anybody. They the lowest man on the totem pole, the police. So they might get it. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. But that's gonna be rare. And if they do get it, it's gonna be a little slap on the motherfucking hand. Now let's look at some of the shit. And I'm gonna continue to bring this up because these young brothers, you know, particularly brothers, sisters too, you understand what I'm saying? But it's more systemic crime on black men. You understand what I'm saying? Because they really see that motherfucker as the, you know, they competitor. So they most definitely want to get the black man off the motherfucking street. You understand what I'm saying? So these crimes of you know, wrongful conviction, majority of them are black men. Let's just be clear about that. The majority of them are black men. So we talking about, now we talking about the young brothers that they, and I'm gonna go off into another live stream because I want people, I don't want my shit to be so overly, because I'm putting a lot of facts in here. You see what I'm saying? We talking about young blacks that have been wrongfully convicted of crime. Some of them even executed, exonerated after being executed. Imagine that, being exonerated after being executed. The most famous, if you don't know this young brother, I did a video on him. George Stinney Jr., 14 years old, South Carolina, March of 1944. Stinney was arrested in Alcula, South Carolina, for the murders of 2 white girls. He was interrogated alone, without his parents or an attorney present, and police claim he confessed, though no written record of it ever existed. The trial, his sham trial lasted less than 3 hours. Sound like Carmelo trial. Wait a minute, lasted less than 3 hours. His court-appointed lawyer gave him 0 witnesses and offered no defense. An all-white jury found him guilty in less than 10 minutes. I'll be goddamn, man. The execution and exoneration. Just 83 days after his arrest, he was executed in the electric chair. He was so small, 90 pounds, that he had to sit on a book to fit the straps. In December 2014, a circuit court judge vacated his conviction, ruling that his constitutional rights have been entirely violated and had been denied a fair trial, and that the confession was totally fabricated. Totally fabricated. Electrocuted this young boy, 14 years old, for a crime that he did not commit. How many black people have been murdered for crimes that they did not commit? See, this is the shit we need to talk about. You feel what I'm saying? Family, click that link down there in my video description, Patreon. Support the general. You feel me? We out here on this. That's why we got to fight. Because goddamn it, if we don't speak up for our motherfucking self, motherfucker, you ain't gonna have no voice. If we didn't speak up out here on the streets, If we didn't speak up, we wouldn't have no voice. What they telling you is we gonna run this sham fucking system on your ass, shut your bitch ass up and go along with it. Don't say shit. Ride with the beast to your own demise. You better wake up. You better wake up, family, Black Pop.